Yeah, 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 yeah. Gang, top of the morning, man. Welcome back. Welcome back to Let's Talk Everything 414 podcast. Y'all already know what's up. I am that host, Carter Slaughter. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button right now. Hit that subscribe button, all the above. I had to go back live this morning again. You feel me? I had to. I got to keep coming live and mellow out my ways. So every morning I start off with a J. We live blowing all out of nigga face. Ain't about making pay. Yeah. Early morning session. Early morning wake and bake. You feel me? One of those mornings where, the music set certain vibes. I ain't gonna lie. Definitely my music. I listen to other people's music too. Don't get it twisted. But it only take a little old try in life, man, to make it. For real. It only take a little old try in life to make it. Intelligent ways kept me away from all this weird shit. Every day I don't want to make it working for nobody else. I want to be the man myself. You understand what I'm saying? I want to work for myself. You want to work for yourself. That's the whole point. That's the purpose in life, right? That's the purpose. The purpose is to be working for yourself. The purpose is to be making your own plays, busting your own moves in life. Not dealing with strife and having beef every time you look over your shoulder. Not having motherfuckers just hating on you just cause, you feel me, just cause. But that's gonna happen naturally. Don't even get that twisted though in life. Naturally, it's gonna be motherfuckers that hate you just cause. You hear me? Because you might be better than them. You might be greater than them. You might be more outstanding than them. And it's okay to feel like that. It's okay to feel like you at the top of your class. It's okay to feel like you on the top of your game. You feel me? That's all right. At the end of the day, I think a lot of people, man, they be scared to be at the top of their class. They be scared to be at the top of their class. Personally, I don't feel like I ever been one of them people. You hear me? I ain't never been one of them people. I have never been one of them people where I'm scared to witness the top of my class. You hear me? Let me share this live, bro. Let me share this. Then I'm gonna get back to that music in the background. That's my music, by the way, man. That's my music, by the way, gang. You feel me? That's my music, by the way. I'm playing. I like to play my own music sometimes. I ain't tooting my own horn, but I like to play my own music, gang. I like to hear my own shit sometimes. You feel me? And there's nothing like that. There's nothing like hearing your own shit at times. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, I feel like, man, it's nothing but a little old trying life, man, and you can get there. You know what I'm saying? You can get there no matter what you do. You can get there in life. All it takes is that little try. Hold on, let me share this, gang. And everybody in the building hit that like button again. Hey, you ain't finna be out here with no noise, man. Yeah, everybody hit that like button, man. Like I said, in life, a lot of people don't be want to try, man. They don't try to try. I see that. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. It's okay. One day you're gonna have to learn that you're gonna have to try, gang. You know what I'm saying? One day you're gonna have to learn that you gotta nigga, you gotta put that work in. You're gonna have to put work in. And with them putting in that work in, you're gonna get what you've been working for. No bullshit. You're gonna get what you've been working for, gang. A lot of y'all don't believe in it. You gotta believe in the process nowadays. You gotta learn to believe in the process, The more you believe in your process in life, gang, the more things start to manifest for you. You got to think like that. The more you start believing in things in life, the more things start to manifest for you. You can't not believe. You can't listen to what everybody else saying around you, because everybody else around you, they gonna psych you out. They'll psych you out your position. Everybody else around you, they'll tell you, look, what you doing ain't right. What you doing ain't gonna make it. What you doing might not work. And they'll say that so much to you, gang, until you start tricking yourself to believe what they're saying. Like, wait, maybe it won't. Maybe I am going about it the wrong way. Maybe I am, maybe I am too ahead of myself. Maybe I am overthinking. No, you ain't. In all actuality, you doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You attacking the goal. You challenging yourself. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Because I'm gonna tell you something. If you never challenge yourself, you'll never get better. If you never challenge yourself, you'll never grow. If you'll never challenge yourself, gang, you will never understand how ultimate the prize will be to achieve the ultimate success that you want to achieve in life. A lot of y'all out there be scared to take that quantum leap. Why? I don't know. Why? I don't know. I wouldn't be scared to take that quantum leap, gang. I ain't scared to take no quantum leap. I'm gonna leap out there, and if it land me success, then so be it. See, that's what y'all gotta drop. You gotta drop that fear. It's the fear in you that stops you from being ultimate. It's the fear in you that stops you from doing all the greatest things you possibly could be doing out here. You know what I'm saying? Instead of listening to all the negative things, condolences to the 4-year-old that died in a fire. It was a house fire, another house fire in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Like I said, I hate coming on here reporting bad news all the time, gang, because life ain't always about bad news. But condolences to the family of the 4-year-old child that died in a house fire on 32nd and Wells. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's so much going on out here in the world, man. It was an accident yesterday. There's so much going on that people ain't really paying attention. People ain't paying attention to their energy. People ain't paying attention to the energy that's being given to them, nor stripped from them. People ain't paying attention to the energy that they hold within their skills and their talents. If they do pay attention to that energy, they scared to use it. They scared to go far. Why would you be scared? Why would you be scared to be like God? You feel me? Why would you be scared to use what your creator gave you, gang? At no point in time in my life have I been scared to use any one of my talents, my gifts, my skills. You feel me? Because that's what we're giving them for, to move further in life. A lot of y'all ain't got to believe that. Personally, I don't give a fuck about what y'all believe. But what I know is, you know what I'm saying? I don't be scared to use my skills, my talents, my gifts, not at all. Because the moment I am, that's when it's hardship in my life. That's when it's hardship on my life, and I'm waiting on somebody else to control my life. I think a lot of y'all be waiting on people to come and control your life for you and try to dictate your life for you. When in all actuality, you dictate your life. In all actuality, you run your life. You hear me? In all actuality, it ain't nobody you supposed to be waiting on. It ain't nobody you supposed to be waiting on. You know what I'm saying? That's the realest shit that I ever said. Like, in all actuality, is you that gotta conduct what you're doing in life. You know what I'm saying? It's you that gotta control what you're doing and control your emotions in life. See, a lot of y'all, you tell yourself, "Oh, this person made me do this. This person made me lash out. This took place and that took place." That ain't the case. That ain't the case. It was you the whole time. It was you the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So, I pay attention to this shit. And a lot of shit I pay attention to. Some of you niggas might not be noticing or peeping. Some of you niggas might not be understanding. I'm trying to see where I want my shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of you niggas might not understand what I'm on. Or what I'm, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a different ballgame. Like I said, you live for something different and I live for something different. You eat, sleep, shit, and breathe for something different. I do too. We all might not be headed towards that same goal. We might not be headed towards that same plateau. We all might not be on that same roller coaster ride to receive the same rewards. But at the end of the day, make sure your rewards are great. Make sure they are good. And the only way to do that is by being positive, by keeping a good attitude. You know what I'm saying? By staying ahead of the game, not following these niggas, not following the bandwagon, not following what people think is cool, not following the trend that everybody think is cool. Because a lot of niggas do that. They follow the trend that they believe is cool. When in all actuality, none of that shit they following is cool. You hear me? None of the shit they following is cool. So you got to understand something. You got to always be one of those that don't follow nobody. You a leader. You know what I'm saying? I was always that when I was young. When I was coming up, gang, I was like, you know what? I want to be a leader. I don't want to be no follower. I ain't finna follow nobody. You feel me? I don't give a fuck if it take me to lose friends. I ain't following nobody, gang. You hear me? Niggas will lead you to your death. They'll lead you to your death. Why would I want to follow you? You barely know where you going. You barely know how to lead yourself. So why the fuck I want to follow you, gang? You hear me? I don't care how hard it is. I'm going to lead myself because at the end of the day, I'm going to figure out how to guide myself through this wicked world. I'm going to figure out how to guide myself through this life. You understand what I'm saying? So I never want to be no following ass nigga. And that's how I grew up. I never became a following ass nigga. I always seemed to be the one that magnified, or I always seemed to be the one that was like a magnet and people pulled to me. You feel me? And now they want to follow me. They want to understand what I understand. They want to know what I want to know and what I learned. And at the end of the day, you know, that's cool. You know, I'm a teacher. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna give you some knowledge. I'm gonna give you some gems, you know, in which the ones I know. And at the end of the day, you know, some take it and they run with it. Some they fall off. Some like, man, whatever. I don't want to hear this shit. Nigga, ain't nobody listening to what you saying. Blase whooped. And at the end of the day, they find themselves in positions that they never thought they'd be in. You know, when I'm on the other side, I'm still paying attention. I'm looking like, damn. I was hoping Buddy wisdom kicked in, and I was hoping Buddy, you know, knowledge kicked in. And at the end of the day, it never did. So, you know, some niggas, man, they just want validation too. Females too, y'all women too. Y'all be wanting validation from your friends and your homies. Niggas want validations from their buddies and shit. Like, validation for what? You are validated already. You can validate yourself. You know, that's why I tell y'all don't see me kicking around with no niggas and all that shit. Because I don't need no niggas to validate me. The niggas want to kick it with me, gang. The niggas want to understand what I'm doing and know what I'm doing and what I got going on. At the end of the day, stay in your own lane. You hear me? Stay in your own lane. I know a nigga pop knowledge. I know a nigga got the mindset of a god or something. But at the end of the day, you know, some of you niggas don't mean no good. Some of you niggas don't mean no good to nobody. That's real. Some of you niggas don't even mean no good to yourself, gang. You harm to yourself. That's bad. So when my thing is this, when is everybody gonna figure this out? When is everybody gonna figure this out? At some point in your life, you gotta figure this out. You gotta come to your senses. You know? You do. You gotta come to your senses. Like real life, gang. And if you don't, before it's too late, you're gonna have a problem. If you don't before it's too late, you're gonna have a problem, gang. Usually that's what takes place with people in life. These motherfuckers, they be a little bit too late to the problems in their life, which really don't be problems in their life. It be problems they create for themselves in their life because maybe they worry about it too much. I think so. I think a lot of people right now in life, they got a lot of worries and they don't learn to let go and let God, gang. At the end of the day, you got to recognize you can't control everything in life. Everything in life that take place, you can't control it. So why in the fuck do you worry about it? You got to let it take place and let it happen and let it go. You got to let it blow over how it's going to blow over. You know, sometimes the intensity of y'all intentions and energy that you put into these problems, you know what I'm saying, and worries, that's what caused the friction in your life to be so bad. That's what caused the friction in your life to be so, you know what I'm saying, harmful to yourself, to oneself. All right, you gotta go, man. We ain't doing all that. But you know, so I make sure I try to pay attention to my energy flow, how it's escalating, what I'm feeling today, what's triggering my energy, was taking me down the lane I don't want to go down. Was making me feel better than I did. You feel me? I pay attention to those triggers because in life you gotta pay attention to those triggers. All it takes is a little try. Some of y'all don't try enough. That's what it is. If you tried enough and you paid attention to your emotions and what triggered your emotions and what triggered you to feel certain ways you do, or what makes you want to snap out on the motherfucker some days, or what makes you want to get up and go hard for whatever it is that you believe in, you'll be better off. You'll learn how to control your reality. You'll learn how to control everything that's around you. You'll learn how to take action in your life on places in life where you couldn't once take action before. You know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of us learn. these secrets to life, to living life at the end of the day. And it's not such a secret, it's something that one can do themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's something that one can learn themselves if they do enough studying and research. At the end of the day, a lot of y'all don't do enough studying and research. I can tell you something y'all do. Y'all do enough paying attention to what everybody else doing. You do enough focusing on what somebody else doing and how they living or how much money they got. You count their pockets, and therefore you can't never get your shit together. Therefore, you can't never get your life right. You hear me? Therefore, you feel me? The abundance, the things of abundance, and all the things of gold and that glitter is never for you. And then you sit back and you wonder, like, damn, why they get how they living right? Well, look at your mindset. You got to start there. You got to start with your mindset. Some of y'all wake up every day, you believe nothing but negativity. You live, sleep, shit, nothing but negativity, gang. I don't see how you do it. I can't. I don't want to. When I wake up, motherfucker, I want to live, sleep, shit, positivity, mansions, big shit. I want to dream big. I want to do that. And behind dreaming on big, I want to act on it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, a lot of people don't act on the dreams that they dream that do be big because some of them people probably planned a team to arrive with them at that destination. And at the end of the day, you got to understand your team ain't going to arrive with you at that destination. Everybody in your team ain't going to be able to go with you. Want me to tell you why? Everybody ain't going to have that drive you got. Everybody in your team ain't going to be willing to get there, willing to get where you going to get. Everybody in your team ain't going to believe the shit you believe. You hear me? Everybody in your team belief ain't yours. And it's probably not as strong as yours. That's one thing I have to notice. Everybody on my team belief ain't as strong as mine. So I know I go hard. And when I go hard, I make sure I don't stop because look, this is life is progressive. And if this is what I know, and if this is my goal, and if this is what I'm chanting for and rooting for, gang, it's my dream. I'm gonna chase it. I ain't gonna give up on it. You know what I'm talking about? I know some people looked at me crazy when I be like, look, I ain't finna work for nobody. I'm gonna work for myself. Some people be looking at me crazy as a motherfucker like that. How you gonna live? Listen, at the end of the day, gang, if you scared, then you can be that scary person. You can be that motherfucker who's scared to face life. In life, you got to face everything with open arms, my nigga. You got to be ready to brace whatever come your way. So, I always been one of those people since a child, since in foster care. You know what I'm saying? Once we went to the foster home, that was the first thing we faced with open arms because we was out of our family. We was not with our mother and father. So we was with a whole nother family, a whole nother set of people that can do anything. So at the end of the day, we already faced fears at the magnitude of face to face. You understand what I'm saying? So me facing those fears at the magnitude of face-to-face, gang, it was nothing else in the world I wouldn't face. It was nothing else in the world that was really scary to me. The most scariest thing that took place, I was stripped from my mom and my dad. Now I'm placed in these homes that I don't know these people. You feel me? That's the most scariest thing. People think death is the most scariest thing. No, death is like the next one of those to exit in this bullshit, this cycle. And once you exit that cycle, you understand a lot more. But back to the topic behind what I was saying, like I already faced fear. Some of y'all that never face fear because some of y'all run from fear so much. And then you wonder why things that never come your way. You wonder why God had never put you in certain positions, or your God, whatever God you serve. You wonder why he don't put you in certain positions and places to receive certain things. You wonder why the universe don't place you in certain positions and certain situations to where you don't receive certain things everybody else receiving, gang. It's all in the mind. It all got to do with your shaky belief. It all got to do with your shaky faith. At some point in time in my life, I had shaky faith and shaky belief. At some point in time in my life, it was things that I prayed for. And they always say, look, when you pray one time, don't go back to God and pray again for the same thing, because that means you don't believe he's going to take care of it. You feel me? So I didn't understand the magnitude of that. I didn't understand the magnitude of that. But in retrospect, I do. It took years to understand, but in retrospect, I do. And I started strengthening my faith. I had to strengthen what I believe in. I stopped letting faith and my faith be shaky. I stopped letting fear rattle the cage of my faith I was holding. Because a lot of y'all are let that fear of, maybe it's fear of moving. Maybe it's fear of getting a new job. Maybe it's fear of, losing your house. Maybe it's a fear of being in a crowd. Whatever fear that is, gang, you let that stop you from moving forward. Me, I never could let that stop me from moving forward because people was already trying to stop me from moving forward. Situations and obstacles was already trying to stop me from moving forward. So at that point, at that moment, I was like, nah. I made it. I fixed it in my mind, and I said, yo, look, this ain't what I want. This ain't what life gonna be, right? This ain't what life gonna be, right? I'm gonna make life what I want to make it, and that's exactly what I'm aiming for. Just like you should be aiming towards. In the end of the day, you want to make life what you want to make it. You know. See, we look at the rich people and we think they have some secret, they have some special ability to get them rich, to get them all this money, to get them all this attention. That ain't it. That ain't, gang. That is not it. You know what I'm saying? They just worked harder than we did. They just put more time into what they was doing than we did. You understand what I'm saying? They wasn't scared to network. You understand what I'm saying? They wasn't scared to meet certain people. They wasn't scared to go into certain circles and announce themselves and to you show their talent, show their skills, and you feel me? Show what they can do and what they're capable of. A lot of those people that did that, they wasn't scared to do that. Nowadays in 2025, it's a lot of y'all that got talents, gifts, skills. You courageous, you optimistic, you inspirational, you motivational, but you scared to show that to the world. So the world can't see what you can do. So the world can't see what you got to offer. You understand what I'm saying? Me personally, I broke that bridge. I got over that cycle in my life. I got over that cycle in my life. I had to stop being scared and stop fearing the world. Because once you stop fearing the world will stop fearing you. Once you start loving yourself, the world will start loving you. Once you start loving everything around you, the world will start loving everything around you. And at the end of the day, once I understood that, I started manifesting in those energies and fluctuating in those energies because I know they oscillate. I know they go up and down, but I start fluctuating in those energies, diving and dipping into them, trying to see how I can construct one of these energy fields or one of these energy lines and make something meaningful for myself, make something valuable for myself. You know what I'm saying? And not just be one of those regular street niggas, not just be one of those corner babies who like to sit out there and sell dope all day, sell drugs all day, gang. No, that's never been one of my idealistic ideas. No, so I was I'm more so of a creator, I'm more so of inventor. I'm more so of a researcher. I'm more so of a knowledge searcher. I love knowledge so much that I search it in all lanes. And the only lane I don't like to search for knowledge in is the lowest lane. I don't want to search for knowledge in the negative lane. You feel me? I've been down that lane before, so I already know what comes. You hear me? I already know what knowledge lies there. I want to go elsewhere and search for knowledge, gang. All you niggas should. That's why y'all never make it nowhere. You hear me? I said all that to say that. That's why y'all never make it nowhere because your mind is so clustered. Your mind is so full of shit. Your mind is so full of bullcrap, it don't make no sense. And at the end of the day, once your mind is full of bullcrap, the only thing you dishing out? Bullshit. That's why everybody around you and you is full of shit. Everybody around you and yourself is full of shit. And I hate to say it, it's hard for you to get over that full of shit self of yours. I know it's hard for you to get over that full of shit self of yours, but at the end of the day, it's like your doppelganger now because you got to attach to it. You got to attach to that side of living. You got to attach to that side of yourself. What about the other side of yourself? What about the in between? What about the moments that was in between the in between and the other side? You know what I'm saying? So, it's a stretch when you isolate with yourself. You isolate with your mind. When you isolate with your mind, you learn how to maneuver your mind in different ways. You learn how to maneuver your mind and the canvases in your mind and the caves and holes within the mind like nobody else can. And also you maneuver the places nobody else ever been. You feel me? So isolation for me be the key. Isolation for me bring knowledge. Isolation for me helps me recognize who other people are. It helps me recognize the true character of other people. It helps me recognize the beauty of living. It helps me recognize the beauty of being by myself. And being by yourself is a beauty. Once you by yourself, a lot of times to me, everybody else don't feel like this. There's a lot of people that get lonely out there. I got nothing to say. I got nothing to say to that. But anyway, me personally, being alone, it helps me challenge myself in ways that I never thought I could versus being with somebody I don't gotta really challenge myself because what I can't do, that person might be able to do. You understand what I'm saying? So that really don't build me. Well, it builds me because I learn from the other person. So let me get that correct. It do build you. You start learning from another person. But I say being isolated, being by myself, it challenged me to the extreme. It helped me know where I didn't want to be in life. It helped me know and learn where I wanted to go in life. And it showed me that, I can do anything. You feel me? I can be as strong as I want to in the mind. I can be as strong as I want to physically. It showed me that everything don't need a reaction. It showed me that I was already on top of my game when I thought I wasn't. A lot of times we doubt ourselves and be like, man, I'm not good enough. I'm not doing great. My work is not the greatest. Everything I do is sloppy. Everything I do is messy. At the end of the day, you got to stop doubting yourself, gang. You got to stop doubting yourself and put more belief in yourself than you put in what you see. You hear me? Put more belief in yourself than you put in that television you watch every day. Put more belief in yourself than you put in that favorite show of yours that come on TV every other day, every other night at 7 o'clock. Put more belief in yourself than you put in that favorite mall you love to go to. Put more belief in yourself than you put in that favorite outfit you love to wear all the time or them favorite shoes you love to wear all the time. Because goddamn you got a lot of belief in that bullshit. But it seems to me that you don't got belief in yourself. You lack that. And like I said, when I was young coming up, ain't nobody tell me to be confident, believe in myself, go hard, don't never take no for an answer in life. And I don't mean like when you ask for things, can I have a candy bar? No. So you go steal it. No, I mean for things you want out of your goals, your careers. You feel me? Don't ever let nobody tell you no, you can't be a doctor. Don't ever let nobody tell you no, you can't be a rapper. Don't ever let nobody tell you no, you can't be a basketball player. Don't ever let nobody tell you no, you can't be a NASA astronaut. Don't let nobody tell you no and nothing you believe in. You hear me? That's why I said you got to learn to build your belief. In the world we live in and the times we live in right now in 2025, a lot of people in Milwaukee, Wisconsin belief system is shut down. You hear me? Their ego system is rising, but their belief system is shut down. The ego has outgrown the real them. The ego of themselves has outgrown the characteristics, the behavior, the positivity within themselves, the love, the care. You feel me? Your ego outgrow that, you in trouble. Once your ego outgrow that, you in trouble. A lot of niggas that's in a coffin had big egos. A lot of niggas that died and lost their lives and got put in the coffin, they had big egos, gang. You hear me? And those egos got shut right down. I hate to say it. Condolences to all those families. But at the end of the day, I was always taught to never have a big ego. You got to learn to humble yourself. You know what I'm saying? And how you humble yourself is just be real cool, calm, and collected. Yeah, you might know you the shit. Yeah, you might know you great at everything you do. You know, yeah, you might know you can't be beat at no game you attend or no event you try out for, no sport. Yeah, you know all of this, but keep this in. A lot of people like to brag. That's the ego. You a bragging person, that's too much ego. Somebody ain't gonna like you. Now you're gonna make somebody jealous. Now somebody gonna want to hate on you. Next thing you know, you created enemies. And now once you create enemies, they want to kill you. So, all in all, you always gotta humble yourself. Because believe you me, it's gonna be another person out the crowd that want to show you they the biggest, they the toughest. It's gonna be another person out the crowd that want to show you, hey, look at me, I can do this, I do that. I'm so tight, I'm doing this, I got all of this. You hear me? And that's when you learn to observe, you learn to pay attention, and you pay attention and you watch how everybody else treat that person. And then you ask yourself, do I want to be treated like that? So, you know what I'm saying? You pay attention, like that's a good reason you don't brag. I ain't never been one of them people either. I was so smart. I sat back and I paid attention, and I knew I was tight at everything. I knew I was the best reader in class. I knew all this shit. I knew I was the fastest in class before I got on the racetrack team. I knew I could play instruments. I knew I could rap. I knew all this. I knew not too many people can do it better than me too, but I never bragged on it. I never bragged. I used to act dumb and act like I couldn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to embarrass people a lot of times. I didn't want to embarrass you. Motherfucker, I knew you weren't on my level. So at the end of the day, you feel me? I got to act a certain way. I got to play dumb. I got to dumb myself down to your level. So, I knew all of this shit, gang. And within me knowing this, that empowered me to be able to play the minefield or be able to play this game, a life we call chess, how I wanted to play it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know most people, their egos going to get so boasty. Most people get offended when you tell them you better than them. Most people get offended. So, I don't tell them I'm better than them. I let them try to prove they better than me. And when they find out they're not, after I fake out like I don't know what I'm doing, oh wait, this how I do it. Oh, I never knew this. This is my first time. The whole time I know what the fuck I'm doing. Then they true colors come out. They be mad. They don't be mad trying to do nothing with me though, because like I said, at the end of the day, we never bumping off bad blood. I ain't got no bad blood. You hear me? But they be salty. They be feeling some type of way like, damn, I didn't know you knew all this, gang. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know you knew all this. I know you can do this. I didn't know you was that talented. I didn't know you do that. I didn't know you know how to do that. Yeah, I know. It's not for you to know. It's only for me to know because God gave me this talent. You know? He didn't say, hey, I'm going to give you this talent and you go show it off to everybody and show them what you can do. No. He gave me this talent to help people in need of time whenever that time comes. Whenever that time comes, he gave me this talent to help people in need. Like, simple. Not to show you niggas, not to, you know what I'm saying? Broadcast it all day. So, I never been one of them flexing niggas. I know so many flexing niggas that done died, lost their life. Condolences goes out to them, but they didn't know no better. Then nobody teach them, bro, calm down, stay humble, don't do all that shit, shut up, listen a little bit. Nobody taught them that. You know where I learned that shit from? I learned that shit, like I said, from the foster homes. I learned that shit paying attention to the old foster dads and shit and the old foster moms. I'm listening to them. I'm listening to their conversations. I'm paying attention. They saying certain things that I wanted to learn about and I want to know about. OGs always, when you young and you listen to old, like adults talk, sometimes it depends on what type of adults. Sometimes they got the bogus adults who out there talking about nothing but sex all day. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. The adults we was living with, they weren't talking about none of that. They was talking about paying bills, buying houses, guns, dogs, traveling. You feel me? So a lot of that stuff I learned that early because I was listening to my foster parents. I'm listening to them talk and communicate. We're hearing about traveling. We're hearing about different cities. We're hearing about this and that. Then we taking trips, Mississippi. You feel me? So, the foster home times was bad and bogus at times, but I did have great times too. I can't lie about that. Much is, worse and bad. I talk about them people, when I was coming up, but I did have great times with them too. They did teach us stuff. They did show us things. They showed me how to live. They showed me how to learn. They showed me who not to love. That was people like them. And, they also showed me who to really love. And that was the people that was fighting to get me out that foster home. So, I be thankful for everything in my life. Like I said, some of y'all don't look at the lessons in life like I look at lessons. You feel me? Some of y'all can't break down life. My bad. Y'all don't break down life happenings and events like I break them down. I break them down like a blueprint. I try to break them down like a blueprint or a computer. And I try to look in life, when something happened, I don't look at it. When one thing happened, I don't look at it just as one thing. I look at it in 30 different perspectives. Like, okay, what if it would have happened like this? It could have meant this. It could have been that. It could have been this. What if it's this? What if it's that? What if it's, you feel me? And that's just how I play out sometimes, and I make the best decision based off that. I don't know what a lot of y'all make y'all decisions off of. And like some of y'all make anxious decisions. Some of y'all make hasty decisions. And that's just real, I'm being honest. Some of y'all make these decisions so fast and that you don't even know what you're doing. Sometimes you throw your own self off, and at the end of the day, you can't keep doing that in life. In life, you got to learn how to make decisions based on what's right for everybody, not just yourself, based on what's right for everybody, based on how to make it full equalization around the board. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all don't know how to do that. A lot of y'all be too scared to do that. I feel like too, a lot of y'all scared to love, and a lot of y'all scared to care for people. You scared to care and love for people because you think it make you look corny. You think it make you look some type of way. You think it make you, not cool. What the fuck is cool? Somebody tell me what the fuck is cool. What the fuck is that? Me personally, I never was the nigga who was trying to be cool. Like, you remember back in the days, kids used to be like, oh, when a motherfucker asked them, why you start smoking cigarettes? They're like, oh, I did it because it looked cool. What? Bitch, I smoked. I ain't smoked because it looked cool. I smoked because I wanted to smoke. And when I started smoking, I liked it smoking. And I kept smoking. It's kids out here who do shit now, they just want to be cool. It's grown-ups out here, they still doing shit because they think it look cool. Or they still not doing shit because they scared of somebody's opinion. Yo, dumbass. That's that dumbass shit. That's that shit I be talking about. Everybody else out here, they gonna live their life. They gonna do what the fuck they gotta do. They ain't wasting no time. They ain't worrying about no motherfucker opinion. Fuck what you talking about. You gotta learn to live that same type of lifestyle too, motherfucker. You hear me? I mean, it's common sense. Because if you don't, what you gonna be? You're gonna be dictated all your life. Everything somebody's saying, every opinion somebody give is gonna be the way and the reason you live and how you live, gang. Simple as that. Y'all do not understand that. And due to the fact you don't understand that, you go through the loopholes and the trials and tribulations you go through in life. Due to the fact you don't understand that, then you get the question the creator, like, damn, why I gotta go through this? Why this happening to me? Well, listen, I gave you an order and a command and you didn't follow them. You hear me? I gave you an order and a system of command, you ain't follow them, gang. You ain't follow them. You questioned me right out the gate. You asking me what it is you should do, and I already gave you a fucking mammogram of what to do. I already gave you a fucking pamphlet of what to do and how to carry out these orders. And you still wandering in circles slow. You hear me? It's crazy out here. Like I said, man, to stay focused is the key, though. To stay focused is the key. You know? To stay focused is the key. To always remain sane is the key. To make sure you never lose your mind. Make sure your mind don't go crazy. The only way your mind can go crazy is if you allow it to go crazy, you know? Because can't nobody control your mind. That's the only thing we can control in life is our mind. We can't control time. We can't control nothing nobody else do. We can't control pretty much everything else. The only thing you really can control is your mind and your emotions, your feelings. You can control your feelings and your mind. And those are the main things you need in life to rule reality. Those are the main things you need in your life to run your life, to rule it how you need to rule it. You know, simple as that. You know, I think the main one will be though when people learn that don't nobody make them mad but themselves. I think they'll start understanding then. I think once you learn that don't nobody make you mad but yourself. And what I mean by that is, say if somebody says something to you, your mama a bitch, your grandma a whore. It's up to you to allow that to make you mad. And the reason I say that is it's up to you to feel a certain way about what they just said to you. That's totally up to you. It's up to you to feel hurt from what they just said to you. You know? Now, if you choose to feel hurt, that's you made yourself mad because you choose to let that feeling sink in. You choose to allow what they just said to you affect you. When in all actuality, it shouldn't affect you. When in all actuality, it didn't pierce through your skin. So how in the hell do it hurt? You understand what I'm saying? So right away, right there, I think if a lot of people understood that we make ourselves mad, you know, nobody make us mad but us, we'd be better off in life. Everything somebody say to you or do to you out here in these streets or in life, gang, you ain't got to react to all the time. You ain't always got to give some type of action to everything somebody do or say to you. You ain't always got to bust your pistol. You ain't always got to fight a motherfucker. You ain't always got to kill a motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? It's honestly you, it's us. We are in control of our decisions we making, gang. Our creator gave us free will to make these decisions. He gave us free will to choose. Should I do this or should I not? Like Michael Jackson said, remember, you always think twice about everything. Should I do it or should I not? Should I go or should I not? Should I stay or should I not? Should I jump? Should I not? Should I fight? Should I not? You hear me? Should I shoot? Should I not? You always think twice. And the two things you're going to be thinking is a yes or a no thing. The two things you're going to be thinking is either to boost you to go yes or to go no. You understand what I'm saying? And from those two decisions, a whole tree A whole life tree is grown from those decisions. So if you choose yes, I should shoot this nigga. Yes, I should kill this person. Yes, I should harm them. If you choose yes, you got a whole life tree going on because you just planted a seed. If you choose no, then you got another whole life tree growing. You feel me? That's gonna be more righteous towards your favor because it's not putting you in harm's way. That seed you planted over here, once you choose no, it's not putting you in harm's way. It might destroy your ego, but fuck your ego. Your ego is the reason you're gonna die in life. You too big headed. No, can't nobody hold me. I ain't gonna let them talk to me like that. They can't speak to me like that. That nigga got me fucked up. That bitch got me fucked up. That shit'll get you killed. We see many people die like that. You hear what I'm saying? So that seed you planted over here in the no field, that's gonna work out in your favor. That seed you planted in yes field though, gang, it ain't gonna work out in your favor. Yes, I'm gonna shoot this motherfucker. They talking to me crazy. They got me fucked up. The moment you do that, you just birthed a new tree of life, and it ain't gonna be a good one. That ain't gonna work in your favor. Trust and believe me. You hear me? Because that seed you planted, it gotta grow, and you gotta reap that. Simple as that. You gotta line that bed you made. A lot of times people don't be ready to line the beds they make. A lot of times people don't be ready to eat from the trees, from the fruit seeds that they planted. They be evil. They don't be ready to eat that shit, nigga. Well, you put that shit out there in the universe, nigga, and it's coming back now. You got to think about it. Every decision you make, it got a ripple effect. Every decision you make that carry a ripple effect, the ripple effect got to bounce back to you like a boomerang. Every decision that carry a ripple effect that bounce back like a boomerang, you got to feel it. You understand what I'm saying? Whether it's in physicality or whether it's in spirituality, you got to feel it. Whether it's energetical or, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing metaphorical about what I'm saying. It's all the truth. So every decision you make that carries this ripple effect that we must feel across, the time, across space, time, and life game. Is it gonna be good or bad? I make sure I make them great. I make sure I don't throw no rocks out there that's gonna make an evil ripple. I want that ripple to bounce back. When that ripple bounce back, I don't want the effects of that ripple to be dramatic. And sometimes y'all get those, y'all catch those effects, y'all catch those moments in life, and you catch them before you catch them before somebody can teach you. So honestly, it'd be too late. Because before somebody like myself come across your path in life, you be dealing with a whole bunch of knuckleheads out there who ain't doing nothing but gassing you up to fucking kill yourself, gassing you up to hurt your family, gassing you up to lose your life. And they laughing behind gassing you up. This bitch ass nigga gonna die, y'all. Keep going, bro. Keep going. Watch, he gonna get shot. You see what I'm saying? And you don't even know it because you're looking for attention. You don't even know it because you're looking for clarification. You don't even know it because you're looking for friends. You want homies. You want people to like you. I ain't never been one of them niggas. Fuck niggas. Fuck if you don't like me. Bitch, I don't give no fuck about you. I don't care if you don't like me at all. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about none of that. At the end of the day, long as I love me, long as God love me, fuck what you niggas like. I ain't here to impress you bitch ass niggas. Half you niggas soft anyway. You hear me? So I never been a one to try to impress you niggas. I'm only impressing my creator. My creator about tougher than all you niggas. Because he made all you niggas. So that proved to me he's tougher than all you niggas. Like I said the other day, I was saying some shit. I said, why is it that these niggas out here, these niggas be smoking everybody in the city, right? All the killers, all the niggas that be like, I'm locked in with the Reapers and shit. All the Reapers be smoking everybody in the city. Everybody that's black. When they come to murdering one of them white boys or one of them white women, them niggas ain't gonna shoot a gun. Them niggas scared. And when I say scared, them niggas scared to lose their freedom. A nigga won't kill a white boy because he's scared to lose his life. That means he's a pussy. That nigga ain't no Reaper. He only killing his kind, but you won't go kill no other kind. And I ain't promoting no murder. But at the end of the day, you niggas better stop promoting that gangster shit. Because you niggas ain't no gangsters. The moment you shoot a white boy, they take your motherfucking life. They take your freedom, throw your bitch ass under the jail. And I swear to God, you be writing from that motherfucker talking about it was a mistake. You never wanted to do it. But you out here shooting the shit out of our people. You out here killing the shit out of black niggas. You out here shooting the shit out of these little kids' dads and shit like that, gang. But when it comes to a hunky, you niggas is scared. That's why I don't believe you niggas be gangsters out here, bro. That's why I don't believe you niggas be out here drop. Oh, I'll drop something. Bitch ass nigga, take your ass over there to suburban hood, Bubblefuck, Wisconsin, and try one of them white boys and watch what they do to you. I bet they had your ass hung in the back of their yard off one of them trees or something, gang. And you niggas be scared of that. So all that tough shit y'all play in our hood in the city that take out good people, that wipe out the good people who trying to promote our city, who trying to bring money to our city and try to put people on from our city. Stop that bitch ass faking shit, gang. You niggas faking too much. I think you niggas watch too many rap videos too, like them little kids out here. They got y'all drawers tight in y'all ass, because I'm gonna tell you something. The moment y'all go to prison with them big ass buff niggas that's bigger than your kitchen table, y'all be scared as hell. You don't even want to get by that buff nigga. You scared, you little as hell. You get in jail, them niggas big as a bitch. You scared now. So stop doing that shit out here on the street, because y'all got guns and shit. You ain't killing, the gun killed somebody, you soft ass nigga. Because once you go to jail, you scared. You got Bubba in jail. He big as a bitch. Every bit of 360. You little niggas who 157, 154, scared as hell. Stop acting tough on the streets, gang. Stop, y'all. Stop that bitch ass shit, gang. You hear me? Stop it. Just kill it. Change your life. Start thugging another way. You ain't gotta be out here thugging trying to make people scared of you. Because I'm gonna tell you, ain't nobody scared of y'all bitch ass. They ain't stopped making no guns since they made y'all guns, because y'all reapers and killing. Listen, God a reaper too. That's the biggest reaper. You know, you niggas ain't reaping really not shit. God a reaper too. He a body catcher too. Y'all forgot. God catch bodies too. These the same bodies he created. You hear me? So you niggas really ain't that tough, gang. Y'all up against a bigger entity. You hear me? You can't never forget that God take bodies too. You know? Y'all think y'all catching bodies. The devil take bodies too. He catch bodies too. And it ain't the bodies y'all want. It ain't the bodies y'all catching. He catch spiritual bodies like God. He catch spiritual bodies. He catch the bodies that's after the bodies that y'all done took. God catching those bodies. You hear me? While y'all out here catching bodies like that shit cool, God catch bodies too. He gonna have to catch yours. He gonna have to catch your body. He gonna have to catch your body for the shit you did. You hear me? So don't ever forget, God catch bodies too, gang. God catch them too. All you reapers out there in the street, you ain't reaping for long. You gonna meet the reaper, and that's the funny part. You niggas be killing, and then the moment you die, when your spirit meet that other thing we gotta meet, y'all be scared as hell. It's something you never seen. It's something you never seen. I know. I ain't died there. I know though. I know, because it's a different side. That's a different side we ain't been to yet. That's a different side of the life we ain't been to yet. And when y'all get there, when y'all die, y'all be scared as hell. Y'all be scared. They said niggas be begging to come back to life. They said niggas be begging to come back to life. They be asking God for water to drip on them. It be too hot, gang. I ain't never listened. I heard that out that Bible. It be too hot. Wherever they go spiritually, gang, something shake. I don't know. Wherever you go consciously, something shake. They feel something. You know what I'm saying? They feel something. They got to. They got to, you know. And the craziest part is, nigga, you won't be back to tell us how it is. You won't be back to tell us, bro, it's real. It's real. We know. You won't be back to say that. So you got to live. And while you living right now, learn to love to live. Learn to love to learn knowledge. Learn to love to spread knowledge while you're alive. You feel me? So, like real life, a lot of y'all don't do that. A lot of y'all don't do it now. You don't do it enough. And then you get to calling on God once you get to down on your deathbed. Y'all get to calling on the Savior. Oh, God, save me, help me. You wasn't calling that man name. You wasn't calling for his help when you was out here hurting people. When you was out here stunting on people, flexing on the homeless. You wasn't helping the homeless people. You ride right past them talking about them. They bum ass. Don't call him now. That's how it be. Don't call the Creator now. You weren't calling them then. So you think he want to talk with you now? Oh yeah, he do want to talk with you. He want to tell you what punishments you got to face since you were so tough in the ass, since you were so big and bad. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's taking place around us. Gang, don't think I'm lying, man. Why you think these people dying? Everybody dying so fast for a reason. They got to go face our Creator. They got to go face our Creator. He gave them enough time. Within their time, they didn't do what they was told. So he called them back. Take their lives and call them back. He said, come here, let me holler at you. I've been watching you out there all your life. This is what you've been doing. You ain't done nothing I told you to do since you was born out your mom. Since you came out the person I put you in, you ain't done nothing I told you to do. I had to call you back. He took your life. I had to call you back. And I had to holler at you. I had to set you on punishment. That's what's going on out here, gang. Trust me. That's what's going on out here, man. You know, and it's a sad sight. It's scary to say, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, though, I am gonna go. That is my time. I am damn near an hour and 50 minutes in. Lord, thank you. You know, and y'all be thankful, man. Don't ever forget to, stay prayed up, man. Help somebody when you can, gang. Stop being so selfish out there, everybody. Help somebody when you can, because I'm gonna tell you something. When it's time for somebody to help you and you don't get help, don't be wondering why ain't nobody helping your stupid ass. You didn't help nobody, stupid ass, selfish ass. Don't be wondering why ain't nobody helping. Ain't nobody. Oh Lord, I'm going through this and nobody want to help me. You didn't help people at times when they needed help. Think about it. Go back in your life. There's a time you was real evil towards some people that asked you for some help and you did not want to give it to them. You hear me? You did not want to give it to them. Yeah. So don't feel like that now when you need help. Don't feel like that. Just understand it. Just understand it's real. Understand the seeds you planted. You guys to reap them. You reap what you sow, baby. Hey, I love y'all. I am out this motherfucker, man. Hopefully y'all stay blessed, man. Stay up. Stay on top of your game, gang. And stay productive today. I'm gone.